What is foraging? A beginner's guide to nature's free grocery store. Hey there, friends! Have you ever walked through the woods or a meadow and wondered if any of those plants you see are edible? Well, guess what? Some of them are, and foraging is what it's called. It lets you turn nature into your own free grocery store, ethically, of course. Stick with me until the end because while foraging is really fun, it isn't always safe or legal, so you'll want to make sure that you're doing it right. And I'm going to share some easy tips to get you started safely and responsibly. What is foraging? So what exactly is foraging? Simply put, foraging is the act of gathering wild plants, fruits, nuts, or even mushrooms to eat or use. Humans have been foraging for almost all of our human history, long before supermarkets existed. What's cool is that foraging isn't just about food. It's also about connecting with nature and discovering what your local environment has to offer. It helps us learn how to be in community with nature and get along with the world in a sustainable way. Plus, it's free and it's a lot of fun. Why learn how to forage? Besides being just a great way to get free, fresh, and natural food, it's also a fun adventure. You get to spend time outside, learn how to identify new plants, and develop a deeper understanding of the world. Plus, a fun fact is that some of the tastiest wild foods, like dandelion greens or blackberries, can grow in really unexpected places. You might find a new place to love, or you might already have edible plants growing in your own backyard. How to start foraging safely. Now, if you're thinking about taking up foraging, safety always comes first. There are 3 golden rules that you should always follow. Number 1 is to know your plants. Not everything that you find is edible, and there are a lot of lookalikes. Some wild plants can be poisonous, so it's important to learn proper identification. Secondly, you should harvest responsibly. Only take what you need and always leave enough for wildlife or the plant's future growth. It's really important not to overharvest, or you won't be able to do this again next year, and neither will anyone else. Number 3 is to check your local laws. Some areas have rules and restrictions around foraging, especially in parks or protected lands, and private property, so always make sure that it's allowed. To get started, focus on easy to identify plants like wild mint, clover, or edible flowers like violets. Bring a guidebook or use a reliable plant identification app to help you out, or better yet, go with someone who's really experienced or take a local class so that you can be extra sure. Are you enjoying this introduction to foraging? If so, don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Your support really helps us to bring more exciting nature and gardening content your way. Foraging tips and benefits. One of the best parts about foraging is that it's a skill that anyone can learn. Start small by exploring your yard or a nearby park. Look for common edible plants that you can use in teas, salads, or even as natural remedies. To start, make sure that you take pictures of the plants instead of picking them for consumption, so that you can take those pictures home and make sure that you have accurately identified the plants before consuming. For example, dandelion leaves are really packed with vitamins and they can be tossed into a salad. Or you can make a tea with fresh mint leaves that you find along the trail. It's like creating your own backyard apothecary. Foraging isn't just about finding food, it's also about reconnecting with the world around us. So give it a try. Start small, stay curious, and stay safe. Who knows, you might even discover a new favorite hobby. If you want to learn more about nature and gardening, stay with us. Check out the videos on your screen for more tips and inspiration. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next adventure.